I have what I think a lot of people may consider to be good news. I truly believe that the bottom is in when it comes to ADA price. Now, as always, this is not financial advice. There's no guarantees in crypto, guys. There's always the chance that we could, have a black swan event that could take us to new lows for the year. But when we look at what ADA price has done this year, it's been, pretty good for the most part, I would say. We entered the year at 24 cents. We've obviously had many opportunities to climb. And in fact, until the SEC pushback back in early June, we were riding this nice ascending trend. But the SEC labeled ADA security. You got to remember, they have not done anything to pursue that yet. There's no court case. It's basically a fart in the wind. Okay. It's gone. It's gone now for the time being, at least, right? Sometimes that wind changes directions and comes back, but that was a horrible analogy, guys. But anyways, what we saw was obviously the price of ADA start to move to the downside. And then we had this big institutional sell-off that we experienced across the entire crypto market. It's what brought ADA down to new bear market lows, this 22-cent range. But what you have to realize is this was just a wick down, right? This is the 1 hour chart. It brought us down to around 22 cents or so. And we didn't stick around there for very long. In fact, we began to recover immediately. We started to move back to the upside. ADA got back to 24 cents and held that range. And what you have to remember is that this is a price that we entered the year at as well. What we essentially did was form a double bottom in the price of ADA. And since then, it has been moved to the upside. Now, I'm not saying we're out of the woods or anything like that. What you have to remember is there's still a lot of uncertainty moving forward because, again, we don't know whether the SEC is going to come back around and try to do something. I truly don't think they do. Obviously, we know we have this, this Celsius sell-off that's coming too. Could as we go back down and form a triple bottom? I believe so. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was the last we saw of cheap ADA. What you have to remember is that we now know that institutional investors, big institutional money, is ready to flow into crypto and beginning to do so. What we've essentially done is mitigated the downside when it comes to BTC. And if you guys remember, right now, ADA is very closely correlated with the movements in BTC. If BTC can't pull back to this, $25,000 to $20,000 range, it makes it very difficult for ADA to do the same. It makes it very difficult for ADA to pull back and see some of these major lows again. The further we get away time-wise from these lows, the harder it is to retrace and move back to the downside because of that capital that's ready to flow into crypto. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying we can't get back down here. I'm not saying we can't create new lows because it's definitely possible. But remember, the further we get away from this, the more positive the potential upside and the more we mitigate the downside that we could still see in terms of ADA price. So I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear if you think we could, in fact, create some new yearly lows. It's possible if times get really bad, if we enter, a recession here in the US, if we see a worldwide recession, all that stuff could definitely send us there. But for the time being, things are actually looking pretty good, I'd say. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely show your support below. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.